Welcome to the Workplace Minute, powered by H3HR Advisors and sponsored by WorkHuman. Thanks for joining me for your quick update on what's important in the world of work. My name is Steve Boese. Today in the Workplace Minute, we look at new research from MIT that reveals a concerning and significant number of workers can already be replaced by AI, and what that suggests for HR leaders specifically and for policymakers more broadly. Let's break it down. Massachusetts Institute of Technology recently released a study that found artificial intelligence can already replace 11.7% of the U.S. labor market, or as much as $1.2 trillion in wages across finance, healthcare, and professional services. The study was conducted using a labor simulation tool called the Iceberg Index, which was created by MIT and Oak Ridge National Laboratory. The index simulates how 151 million U.S. workers interact across the country and how they're affected by AI technology and corresponding AI policies. The Iceberg Index, which was announced earlier this year, offers a forward-looking view of how AI may reshape the labor market, not just in coastal tech centers, but across every state in the country. And for lawmakers preparing billion-dollar reskilling and training investments, the index offers a detailed map of where disruption is forming right down to the zip code level. The index runs population-level experiments revealing how AI reshapes tasks, skills, and labor flows long before those changes show up in the real economy, according to the researchers. And the index treats the 151 million workers as individual agents, each tagged with skills, tasks, occupations, and locations. And it maps more than 32,000 skills across 923 occupations in 3,000 U.S. counties, then measures where current AI systems can already perform those skills. So what the researchers found is that the visible tip of the iceberg, the layoffs and the role shifts in technology, computing, and IT, represent just 2.2% of the total potential wage exposure, about $211 billion. Beneath the surface lies the total exposure. That's the $1.2 trillion in wages that includes routine functions in human resources, logistics, finance, and office administration. And these are areas that are sometimes overlooked in automation forecasts. The index is not a prediction mechanism about exactly when or where specific jobs will be lost. Instead, it's meant to give a skills approach and a snapshot of what today's AI systems can already do and give policymakers a structured way to explore some what-if scenarios before they commit real money and legislation. The index also challenges a common assumption about AI risk, that it will stay confined to technology roles in coastal elite cities. The index simulations show exposed occupations spread across all 50 states, including inland and rural regions that are often left out of the AI conversation. As AI continues to advance, HR leaders have an important role to play in guiding their organizations through this transition. First, it's essential to build a transparent, skills-based workforce plan that looks honestly at where AI can automate tasks and where new skills will be needed. And when HR brings that level of clarity to the CEO and the executive team, it shifts the conversation away from fear and more towards strategy, how we can evolve jobs rather than simply eliminate them. Second, HR has to create real pathways for workers to transition into new roles. These are not just symbolic programs or a single AI course, but more structured reskilling opportunities, apprenticeships, or training that are tied to jobs that actually will exist inside the organization. Most employees can adapt if they're given time, support, and a fair chance. HR can be the steward of that principle. And third, HR should advocate for responsible AI adoption, making sure the organization has guardrails in place, evaluates the people impact before deploying new tools, and communicates openly and honestly with employees. HR is uniquely positioned to remind leadership that culture, trust, and reputation matter just as much as efficiency and productivity. But this isn't just a company-level challenge. Policymakers will also have to step up as AI reshapes work as we know it. At the state and local levels, that means strengthening community college and workforce development programs, modernizing transition support for displaced workers, and offering incentives for employers who invest in reskilling rather than uptaking rapid layoffs. And at the federal level, we need clearer national standards for how AI can be used for employment, a serious investment in retraining programs, and policies that promote innovation while also protecting workers from being left behind. AI is absolutely changing work, but it doesn't have to come at the expense of people. With smart leadership from HR, and thoughtful policymaking at every level, we can all navigate this transition in a way that drives innovation and still keeps human workers at the center of the future of work. Thanks so much for listening, and a big thank you to WorkHuman for supporting the Workplace Minute. If this episode made you think about how AI is going to change the nature of your workplace, please share it with a colleague. I'm Steve Boese, and this has been the Workplace Minute from H3 HR Advisors.